Welcome to another video on data to decisions. In today's video, we'll be building a stacked column chart. The data that we will be using is a completely random made up data. By department, we have data on how many employees are there in the department broken down by the ethnicity of the employee. So here, for example, HR, we know that there are 17 employees in HR who are Hispanic in ethnicity, and then 20 American Indian, 22 Asian, and so on. That's the data we're going to use. We're going to create a chart like this, which is a stacked column chart. A regular column chart will allow us to say, okay, within the HR department, there are so many employees in total, and then marketing has so many, and so on. And we can look at the height of the total column here, entire HR column here, and say, clearly, finance has the most employees, operations has the least. And so we can get some quick understanding based on the height of the column. But a stacked column chart provides additional information, which is within the HR department, we are introducing another dimension here called ethnicity, and how is the distribution of employees by ethnicity within each department. It also helps us compare how this distribution is to an extent. I know it's a little bit hard to follow how things are across these columns, how each ethnicity varies. It's not that obvious. However, the numbers are clearly visible, and so it allows us to see the breakdown of ethnicity within each department, and also we can easily show the actual values. In this case, the number of employees with each ethnicity within each department. So this is what we're going to build from scratch in Microsoft Excel today. Let's get started. So we'll start with the raw data as usual. So we have all the employee counts, my ethnicity and department. So I'm going to just first of all select everything, Control T to convert it to a table. And now that I've selected all, I can go to Insert and go to Column Chart. And this time I'm going to choose the second option, which is the Stacked Column Chart. And this automatically will give me a chart like this. And in your case, the colors may look different depending on the theme you have, but you should have a stacked column chart like this. Then what I can do now is actually change the colors if I need. And again, there are two types of data that we can have, right? So one is nominal data. In this case, the color will not have any meaning in the sense that Hispanic ethnicity and American Indian ethnicity, this is called nominal data because the value, there is no order to this data. There is no, compared to, for example, survey data, where you may ask the question in the survey, how difficult was the training or how easy was the training or something like that, where the answers might be very easy, um, uh, moderate, and then difficult, very difficult. Let's say these are the. In this case, if I'm plotting such data, I will use the colors with the gradient or progressively colors changing from a lighter to a darker. The lighter version, let's use blue. Light blue would be the very easy, and then the darkest blue would be very difficult. And so there, the colors will actually have a meaning because the data is ordinal. In this case, it's nominal because there's no order to the ethnicity. And so you can choose different colors. I'm just going to show you how you can update the colors according to the data that you're dealing with in your situation. So you can right click on any series, select format data series, and you can go and the fill in line. In this case, it's just a fill because it's a stack um, column chart. So you can go and click on solid fill, change the colors. So I'm going to still play a little bit with the blue um, color scheme here. So I can select the other series by series this way. You can also go into the side pane here and then say, for example, Hispanic series. I can click on it. Automatically, Excel is giving this color based on my theme. I can change it to another color. So let's say, for example, I'll go with another. Again, I don't want an order of the blue. I'm just going to give some random versions of the blue so that I stay still within the same palette, but I don't want to infer any kind of ordering to the ethnicity here. So let's say I do this. You want to make sure that they are distinguishable. It's the important thing. So I'm going to mix a little bit of a gray in between. And then I'll go to the first one, which is again a gray. Maybe I can make it a little bit lighter. It's too light. I'm going to undo that. So this type of chart, you have to make sure that if you have too many of these segments, in this case, I have six ethnicity items. And if you have a lot more, it becomes very, very difficult to easily understand for the user. So we always have to think about, is there another way to present it? In this case of ethnicity, maybe not. We have six and it's okay. But let's say we have a data set where there are like 10 or so other types of elements or other segmentation. You could even think of, combining certain smaller segments into others, again, depending completely on the data and the context. Ultimately, we want to make sure that the user, when they look at the chart, can quickly infer the insights and what message the data is telling us. Of course, we will be adding the chart title to add in whatever the main message of the data is. However, we want to make sure that the data itself is not too cluttered. If you have a lot of segments, a lot of categories, it can become very busy very quickly. So we just have to pay attention to that. In this case, I'm going to add labels. So I'm going to select the chart, go plus, and then click on labels. And this is the best way to add labels to all the series at once. Instead of clicking each series, just select the chart and then click on data labels. It applies the data labels to everything. This is great. I'm going to right click on the format, the grid lines, format grid lines, go to solid line. I'm going to choose a lighter color. And then I'm going to update the chart title. And if in case you don't see the chart title option there, you can click on the chart, go to the plus and make sure that the chart title is selected. If it is not selected, it will not be there. So select it. And then I can type in employees ethnicity by department. And if this is for a specific time period or a snapshot at the end of the year or something like that, then you want to make sure you mention it in the title. And I can move the legend. I'm going to move it to the top. I always like to keep it at the top. It's just a personal preference. For me, if you'd like to keep it at the bottom, you can do so easily. And then I'm not going to add x-axis title because I know that it's department. In your case, if you needed x-axis title, just select the axis titles here. Then I can come in and add the title. In this case, I don't need it, so I'm just gonna remove it. And then the y-axis is the same way. I can type in count of employees because that's what the metric is. However, it's very obvious when somebody is looking at it because the title itself says employees ethnicity. So maybe you don't need it. Depending on what data you're handling, use the access title if needed. As a general rule, I would say what you're trying to avoid is redundant information on the chart. You have very limited space on the chart, and you want to make sure that if you're adding anything, it adds some extra value. And if you remove it, you're losing something. Then only add those elements. For example, here, if you could make that count of employees into the title itself. So, for example, you can have number of employees um, by ethnicity within department. Um, Something like that, where it's very clear that we are counting the number of employees here as a metric. Then I don't need the y-axis. If that's your title, I will remove the y-axis title and keep it much cleaner with less clutter as possible. And finally, I'm just going to click on this and go to the fill and border here, solid line. I'm going to choose this solid corner. So there you have it. So we have a stacked column chart, which has the departments and then the number of employees within each department by ethnicity. One thing I forgot to do was whenever we add a darker color for the series, make sure that you click on the label, change the labels to white. So this makes sure that they are clearly visible because they have a dark background. Um, One final trick to this would be, can we add a total on top of this, which I totally forgot at the beginning. So I'm going to add a total series. And the total series is nothing but number of employees total. I'm going to select everything. So sum of all the columns, enter. Now, this is not what we want. I know that it messed up the chart. It's very easy to fix it. I'm going to right click on this new series and then I don't need that as a stacked column. So go and change the series chart type. And what I'm going to do, find the total, the new series that got added, and I'm going to change it to, all I need is the total number, right? So I can go and make it into a line, press OK, and I know we don't want the line also. So right, click on the series now and go to fill in line, say no line this time. So the line disappears. And then I do want the label, right? So I want to right click. So in this case, before I do the no line, let me keep the line. So now we have the label for the new series. I want the label, I just don't want the line. So click on the label, go to label options, make sure it is above, so it moves above, and then now go back to the fill in line, select the series. Again, there's another way to select the series. Go to the drop down here and choose the series total and make sure you select no line. So that removes the line, but we still keep the label, which is exactly what we want. And I can format it slightly differently by bold this, and there we have it. Looks a lot better. One final thing, I don't want the total to be visible here. So I'm just going to go and click on the in the legend and remove it. So now we have a fully functional stack column chart where we also show total values. And again, we can play with the formatting to make it stand out. But for me, as long as it goes above the entire column, it looks like it's the total. So we can now not only compare within each department the count of employees by ethnicity, we can also compare across departments the total number of employees. So this is what we have for this video. If you have any suggestions on making this chart better, please let me know in the comment section. I look forward to hearing from you. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in another video.